You're now listening to Blunt Talk with Allie B and Tree, the voice of reason.
It's your girl, Allie B.
And Tree, the voice of reason.
And welcome to Blunt Talk Guhlz, where it's okay to speak bluntly while partaking in things of a cannibalistic nature. What's up, y'all?
How y'all feeling? Wait a minute, we need the gentlemen to migrate from the kitchen into this area with the ladies.
Right.
Come on in, come on in.
Talking about we male bashing and shit.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Come on in.
Mix it in. Let's get a few.
Yeah, we have open seating area.
Huh? I know that, but they don't never come here. They got all that shit to talk about during the week.
Yeah, let's slide all the chairs and stuff
in here. And then
in
when
here.
the show come on, everybody deaf, dumb, and mute. Helen Keller. So that's all.
Helen Keller.
But we gonna keep it moving.
You really deaf and dumb and mute.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the classic way.
Oh, now you can sit in. Just sit down somewhere. Huh? Yeah, they ain't gonna bite you.
You come on in. How many beautiful ladies?
I do sometimes.
Hello. You're best. In 2021, you better bite.
You gonna stare at her?
Oh, we lit. We biting everything. Coming in 2022. We all that. No, fuck that. We with all the bullshit. All of it. I'm encouraging all of it.
That's what's up. Good girl, she lit already. Let's get our plugs out.
We started. It's damn near 11 o'clock.
You can follow me. You 1K. I was here. You can follow me at Allie B 1972 ALLIEB 1972.
And I am Tree Evans, TREA Evans.
Follow us at Blunt Talk Guhlz. Guhlz is GUHLZ. Listen to us on YouTube. We're really trying to grow our following and subscribers. Listen, like, follow, tell a friend, tell a friend. Oh, we got merchandise like mask t-shirts.
Lube cream.
There ain't no lube cream, motherfucker. Rolling trays.
Get it tight, get it right.
www.blunttalk.guhlz. Okay, we got that out. We're so glad. Oh, we done made it to another year, y'all. Almost.
Yeah.
That's what's
really
up.
Excited.
Willing.
Yes.
Give yourselves a hand. And I say that because I had a follower, a supporter. She came to like a couple of my podcasts. She's been to several of my podcasts. Big supporter of me. I just sold her a rolling tray and a t-shirt at my last podcast, and she got killed.
Oh shit!
Friday night, she got shot.
No,
she got shot. I just want to say rest in peace to Diane. Wow. She came to sell her on my podcast.
Wow.
Always supported me buying stuff when she couldn't come. So I just want to send my condolences out to her and her family.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So I'm just thankful everybody's here. This is our last one for 2021. We always take a break in December. Yeah. And then we revamp for January 2021. So with that being said, 2022, you know what the fuck I mean, bitch.
And I'm lit.
2022. So tonight we're gonna end this on compatibility. And in relationships, when it comes to relationships, and I was listening to this guy, what's his name? Jerry Flowers Jr., yeah. Jerry Flowers Jr., and it's just a little snippet of what he says. And we're going to take the religion part out of it because on this podcast, two things we don't discuss is religion and politics. But just listening to the message overall, I found it very interesting. And I wanted us to discuss it tonight. So if you guys give me a second. Let me get to him. I should have had this.
You want to pull it up real fast?
Ready?
I probably can get to it faster than you.
Let's
see.
I ain't know. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Everybody don't like quick on everything.
Ooh! Oh, we finna start some shit now. Okay, here it is. I have it. Boom. See, there we are.
Go ahead.
Compatibility just by itself can be a trap. Because first off, you can be compatible with a demon. Like devils know what you like too. The type of women that you like, you want her to have more curves in the highway. The type of man that you like, you want him tall with broad shoulders and a beard. The enemy can send you pain gift wrapped as your preference. So that's just the first thing about how compatibility can be a trap. The second thing is compatibility is season based. It is possible for you to be compatible with the season of their struggle, but not the season of their success. I want somebody who's going to be there for me if I hit rock bottom. Well, what if they can only handle your rock bottom, but they can't handle your upward season? So now the question becomes, are we really compatible? Or do we just share similar dysfunction? We're both broken in the same area. We're both wounded over the same things. We have the same feelings over the same wounds, so we end up sharing hearts. But what happens if one of you heals and the other one doesn't?
Okay.
Because just because you heal doesn't mean that
No,
they're
he
gonna
said some
heal.
shit right
And
here.
just because you
Uh-uh.
heal doesn't mean that you can make them heal. What happens if one of you heal? You will remove what y'all had in common. And I want us to be so whole and so secure that when we heal, we don't end up feeling guilty because they're crawling, but we now have wings. It's not just about compatibility. It's about suitability.
All right, we can stop
All
right
right.
there.
That was deep, huh? And like I said, we're gonna take the. And I think what he said on the demon part, I'm just gonna touch on that a little bit, not to get the religion part of it though, but
To go ahead and get the religion
the
part
demon
though.
the demon part is he's saying that the demon can transform into anybody that we see in our image through our eyes. He already know he's the devil, but we're blinded by things. And what Missy Elliott said, and that don't I look like Halle Berry to you when you drunk look through the glass? That same thing. So you may think that's y'all equally yoked at that time, but as time goes on and that shit started to wear off, and you're like, we don't have the same traits or whatever, And a lot of times, does compatibility even matter when it comes to long-term love? Because I researched some stuff on that too. What's your take on that?
Well, so when it comes to the whole demonology and things of that nature, I really kind of like to negate all of that, because in reality, okay, this boils down to your judgment. And when you fucking a nigga too early, or you dipping off in the pussy too early, the bottom line is your judgment is gonna be clouded right off the muscle, and you don't know what you have. You don't really know what you working with, because you didn't take the opportunity, instead of keeping your legs closed and your mouth shut, to be able to when it is time to open your mouth, to ask the right questions and really get to know the person. So to me, it's bad judgment. I'm not going to blame a demon. I'm not going to blame anything, because that's not fully taking accountability for your actions.
It ain't got to be he had sex with her. Some motherfuckers just got that mouthpiece that can lure you in.
Yeah, but if you're but it still doesn't take away accountability, though.
I didn't say that.
That's where discernment and discretion comes in.
Accountability. We talking about compatibility.
So
I'm saying it could be with his mouthpiece. A lot of times, a female will fall in love with a Negro's intellect, or that thereof, or what he could be portraying.
How is she falling? No, she's falling into lust, because he's done absolutely nothing to prove anything about love. You didn't ask the right questions. No, that's just her being gullible. So that's on her. That's not on him. That's not her. That's not her responsibility.
I just said what's
But that's
happening.
just being accountable for your own actions. We're not gonna pass it off and say it's gonna be the demons, it's gonna be the angels, because at the end of the day, we all get up and go to work to pay our own bills, right? So is the demon going to go to work to pay the bills, or are you paying the bills? Are you making the conscious decision to get dressed, brush your teeth, wash your ass? You know what I'm saying? Make sure that your hygiene is up to par. Yeah. Are you making the conscious decision to punch that clock? Make sure that you get paid. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't skip a beat in your normal day. You're making a conscious decision to be a parent. We make a conscious decision to do a lot of things, but then we fail when it comes to relationships. Why?
All the time.
But you don't have to fail. It's a conscious decision. So when it comes to compatibility, we do, because it doesn't come with a manual
all their life.
For sure. But there's no excuse when you're a grown ass woman and you're not learning from the decisions and from your life circumstances. Because if your life is looping because you keep making the same decisions and you're not learning from your mistakes.
That is true.
Right? You know your life is looping, you'll keep recycling.
Yeah. Keep attracting the same type of people.
Speaking of which, right? Mm-hmm. So he said something that I really liked in this message, and he was just talking about where you begin to bond, right? You bond with people, hurt people, with people who are broken as you are. Well, why is that? Because you're talking about the law of attraction. Right? You attract dysfunction. You're sharing the same dysfunction. You're attracting more of who you are than what you're not, right? So if you're broken and you're not healed and you didn't take you didn't take the opportunity to get you some therapy, to get you some healing, right? Yeah. So can you blame the man? You can't blame the man, because you're only attracting that which you are. You attracting from where you are. You're attracting from a broken place. So are you upset with him for not loving you correctly? Or are you upset with him yourself for not loving you correctly? Because you can't demand something of a man that you ain't willing to give yourself.
Right. That's compatibility. Yeah. And then they say we ain't compatible when all along you said they just made a bad decision. And that's
So,
on both parts.
I think
not just the women.
Compatibility and chemistry.
Women drag men too. It ain't just a man dragging a
So
woman.
chemistry, right? So let's talk about chemistry just a little bit. Because sometimes we displace chemistry with compatibility. Chemistry means that this is a natural adrenaline rush. This is something that my body naturally does to you, something that I do not have control over, right? This is just normal. Right, you got dopamine. Well, yeah, dopamine for sure. That's how you're able to procreate, right? That's chemistry. You like somebody, y'all gel, it works. But chemistry can mean y'all good at smacking bellies, but y'all ain't good at being together. Y'all don't work at all. But y'all trying to make it work because y'all good, because the sex is amazing, and then you trying to force compatibility.
Right.
And it doesn't work. You got gasoline and you got fire trying not to blow. How does that work? It doesn't. So when it comes to compatibility, that's when you have to boil it. First of all, you got to go back to the root and not deal with the surface, because what is it that I desire in a man? And if I'm not going to fix me and figure out what it is that I want, then why is it that I'm requiring so much of a man that I'm not willing to do the work for myself, right? And when it comes to compatibility,
what you want?
some of it is
get out of here,
smooth, and
get
some of
out
it
of here. I'm sorry. I mean, this is blunt talk. Anything happen, I don't want my dog in here.
Oh, he can't listen.
He trying to show. He like to get high. He see the weed in here. He does. So go on. He does. And this is blunt talk. Anything goes. We gonna get that in the filming, yo. It don't matter. He want to show y'all his. He want to show y'all his sweater. No.
Don't put that dog on blast like that. You hurt his feelings.
Go back. Go ahead. But do we got any suggestions or questions from the audience or any kind of feedback? How do you guys feel about that? What he said? Do you guys agree? Do you disagree? Anybody? Was there anything that you disagreed with him on? Were you compatible with your soulmate who you with now? I'm talking to you. Why are you looking at him?
I'm talking to you, bro.
You. Right. I'm asking you the question. Right.
Please, Drew.
No, but I was talking. You answered, right? I was asking you. Do you feel you and your soulmate? I'm assuming if you have one, I'm assuming you do.
Well,
you
ask
feel
him.
you all are compatible? I know he does.
Oh, he do. Oh.
You know what gets me? All right. You know, because this is big. This question could go. This is like a loaded situation.
Well, that's why we're here, to load off the guns. Yeah.
But I think like,
Here.
do y'all look to have like, do y'all plan relationships, or do y'all navigate how y'all gonna get a dude, or like it's
I do not.
Because it seems
No,
like,
I don't.
Yo,
But it happens. It happens. It happens. There's some people that do.
It's deep, so I'm trying to figure out, because I know y'all. Everybody got different situations, different.
There you go.
What you say, young lady? Hold on.
Navigate or manipulate.
You could call it what you want, because you know.
It's a difference.
Yo, y'all black women.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what y'all don't know is y'all like that. Y'all like that.
We like
I'm talking about all women are like that, but y'all are like that. So
Finish his thought.
I got this type of spell on that. Y'all don't
Black
even
women
know.
are like what?
You mean that?
Y'all the shit. Y'all don't even know that.
So
Like,
are you?
I don't know if dudes feel like how. I love motherfucking sisters. I been with a white shorty a long time ago, 20 years ago, but sisters is the shit. Y'all
Big facts.
just learn, you know what I mean? Learn together. But I'm trying to figure out how y'all, it's, some of y'all, y'all got
Not every
this
sister,
shit
bro.
like,
Don't make them feel like that. Don't make them feel like that.
Excuse me?
Not every sister. Yeah, y'all, black sisters, not all of them.
Where you trying?
Well, let him finish it. Let him complete his thought, and then you chime on in.
Yeah, let him finish. I got you. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to find out. Do y'all plan for guys, or y'all look? Because it's like y'all always looking for a mate. You have to have. And a lot of y'all don't. A lot of y'all be strong as shit. I met a lot of single women that float like a real boat. Like, I'm like, yo, what the
Well, every species on this planet that was created by whatever created us, right? Comes in a X and a Y chromosome. It's a male and a female, right? So clearly the two definitely need one another in order to procreate, right? So as it relates to us women, now that's on an individual basis.
Yeah.
You know, from
I didn't want a young man in my life. I knew I needed someone older to make me realize how I needed to move in life. My husband is 12 years older than me.
Plus, you get a discount on coffee and stuff when you go to. She left that part out.
But no, honestly, I didn't want anyone younger than me. I didn't want anyone that was close to my age.
My whole shit is coming from
And that's a smart woman because she knew what she wanted in order to attract more of what she wanted.
I've been around a lot. I got good sisters, aunts, moms. Yo, y'all ride like they ride. So what I'm speaking from is how they ride for me, brothers.
The melanin.
You know, exact. And that shit is like major.
So you're asking if we have a game plan as far as how we attract a man.
I sit around with it. It's like, yo, I tried to, or I did this, and you don't gotta do nothing. You just do what you do,
Right?
Because dudes follow how you rock. Like if you follow your own shit,
Right.
They follow.
Absolutely.
Like, because that's what they love. It's just
Some women
honest.
do have a game
It's
plan.
honest shit. However you move, if you move good, they gotta respect it.
So can you say that was her game plan because she said she didn't want? Hold on. She said she knew she wanted a guy older than her. But did you feel that way, young lady? Did you feel that way because you felt like you would be more compatible? Because that's what we're talking about tonight, compatibility. In your mind, before you even got to really know him, you knew he was 12 years older than you or whatever. Did you feel like... Did you feel like the compatibility would be there more with the older man than somebody your age or maybe a little younger than you?
I do, because I feel like people that are younger than me are immature.
It's some immature old motherfuckers too, though.
No, but no, she
You
was a
just
valid
didn't get
point.
that. You didn't get that though.
I
You
got
didn't
it
get
right.
that though. Right.
I
Right.
actually
You
got
understood the
someone
assignment.
Yeah, she knew exactly what she wanted, and so yeah. Now, what you're asking is, let me chime in on it. Yeah, he got a check. 9 times out of 10, she has a plan. Let's be. If the man has a check and she feel like she got to fuck up on it to come up on it, whether that i.e. she gets pregnant on purpose, right? Because we do know that's what we do. We get pregnant on purpose, trying to secure bags. Most of the time it works, and in some cases you get you a Money Mayweather. That shit don't work because he taking the baby and your ass, he ain't paying your ass no child support, right? So you have certain situations, right? But do some of us have plans? Absolutely. Depends on if you are the man. Yeah.
How you try to...
Do men get spells put on them? Yes. Do men get love spells put on them? Yes.
Loyalty, real shit, get you someplace.
Well, loyalty don't win.
That's a
No,
lie.
that's some bullshit. Because
So
listen, no, it depends on the guy. Like you said, if that man is feeling that woman and that's the woman that he want to be with, yeah, but you don't get loyalty out of the game.
Yeah.
They want love. They want a partner.
They want it all.
Watch this.
Men, they want it all.
I can't say all.
Yes, you do. Yes, you
Want
do.
your partner all.
No, you can give a motherfucker all the honesty, all the loyalty, all the love. You can cook his dinner. You can wash his drawers. You can fuck him like you want to fuck him. And he'll still go fuck a raggedy ass bitch on you just because he can. So that's a lie.
It's raggedy. It's not you.
I know that, but you sit up here saying that's what a man wants. You be giving them all of that.
I dig, but
Okay, so then that goes back to talking about compatibility, right? So compatibility, right? Okay. She made a point, because when it comes to compatibility, one can be compatible and the other not so much, which means that one can completely fulfill the other, but the other do absolutely nothing. So I was listening to
Some people don't know the definition of compatibility, so sometimes you have to know the definition.
Would you like the definition? Because we can look it up and I can tell it real quick.
I think compatibility.
no, yeah,
Everything, look, you getting all the, see, look,
two totally different things. Chemistry is based off of.
If you like this, I'm like, yo, I'm fucking up. If you like this, yo.
A lot of people talking.
Hold on, we got a lot of chatter. Let me get it back. Let me tell you what compatibility is from this definition. Compatibility in a relationship means that both partners understand and accept each other's life philosophy and goals, as well as genuinely enjoy being around each other without feeling preoccupied by what they feel needs to change within their partner. That's compatibility.
So then you have.
So you smiling, you ain't gonna fake smile.
You align
You gonna
with
smile and be like,
Right.
that cheese gonna tell you if that's smile. Look, that's how I smile.
if you focus on wanting to change someone all the time, you're more than likely not compatible.
Yeah, you're not compatible anyway. So when it comes to chemistry is just based on how the human body is, the genetic makeup of how we work, right? But what you were referring to is things can be one-sided. I'm pretty sure a lot of us, through trial and error of dating, you've been in a relationship with someone where you may have provided them and been able to meet all their needs, but then you came up short. Your tank was empty.
Right.
You wasn't getting what you needed. Why? Because you were compatible, but the other individual wasn't. Right. So what a lot of times is, like I was saying from the very beginning, you misconstrue chemistry for compatibility because you want to make someone fit this you want to put this round ball into a square peg. And if you look at that and you create a square, you're going to have them four corners are still going to come up short. Right? That means that somebody's not going to be able to fulfill someone, whether it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, socially, however you want to break it down. But those first three are going to be your most dominant things that you're gonna need in order for it to work. So a lot of times this shit is really everybody fucking off the muscle. So we ain't gonna sit here and kick it like it's any other way. How many people are really abstinent? I'll wait. Right? So we know abstinence is right? So in order to be abstinent, you gotta date somebody in a non-fucking section in order for that to work. Right? That's the only way that works. Okay, so then we're talking about chemistry, right? Two people equally attracted to one another and they liking what they feeling and everything is strong, right? So we're gonna go ahead and take the edge off, see what it's swinging like, and then boom, you miss all of the important shit. Now you sleeping with this, what we say, these demons, right? Because you didn't take the opportunity to interview this man that you've hired to be, or this woman that you hired as the wife, the role of the wife and the husband, and you didn't even give them an interview to even see if they fit the job description. So now you upset and you mad because both of them doing some bullshit. They both, are doing things that you don't like. He cheating, or if not both, right? He cheating, she cheating. They doing dumb shit. He lying, she's a liar. Well, why? Because y'all was so interested in fucking that nobody took the opportunity to really get to know one another, i.e., allow this person to be put in different circumstances. So they was hired on the spot. So you hired somebody and didn't even interview them. On the spot. And you mad at him because he over here fucking off with this one and that one, and you mad because which one are you more mad at? Because he fucking all of y'all and you didn't know, or he wasn't up front. Because at the end of the day, when you have sex, you clouded by your judgment.
People lie on their applications, though. You know that.
No, don't start that shit.
People lie on their job.
You can.
They relationship.
You can. Right?
Yes.
But I used to lie on my resume. Whatever the job description was, that's what my resume said. But guess what? Because I knew I was going through training.
Resume just to get you in the door.
Shit.
They got to pay attention to you once they
They didn't pay attention to me because they had on the job training.
You know what?
It didn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole problem. We didn't take
Cause you can get in
a
the door.
resume like showing your representative.
No, resume get you what you want, and that's fine, cause that's not her fault. Cause she presented her resume.
That was on them to determine whether or not I knew what the fuck I was talking about.
To her, that's his fault. At the end of the day, she ain't did that wrong.
They did it wrong.
It's everybody get in the door.
Yeah.
You gonna keep them. So my thing is her resume got her there, but he
Yeah.
still had to learn her. So if he chose not to learn her, cause he felt like he was gonna be on top, and he ended up on top, that's his fault.
That's on his fault.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Paying attention.
They
Yeah.
they answered your question.
And that's how a lot of relationships go, right?
They'll pay attention. We'll take the time.
So the woman, so we
You feel like
women.
you got her, so you got her where you want her. But technically, she really got you because you're not gonna pay attention to who she really is. Once you get her.
Yeah, you get that pink hole, it's over with. You fucked. That pink hole good.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man, that pink hole good and that neck snapping, you fucked.
My shit is deeper than well shit. Because I'm like, I'm up above it. I'm trying to be non-biased to everything and yo.
I just want to know,
Sir, you have a lot going on, and you need to start coming. You start coming. Just come to more podcasts.
I see, I deal.
I just want to know, listen, and this gonna be real personal, right? Listen, ain't nobody ever caught no feelings off no condom dick and no condom pussy. So let's cut the bullshit. Coming out them condoms fast. Y'all in there getting that raw sauce. Some of these bitches is calm dumpsters, and y'all like that shit. Y'all like what they allow to. You like everything that they allow you to. Everything that they allow, right? And the only time they come up short is when they not in horizontal position. But when you vertical, that's when it counts.
But you don't even know if
You don't know what?
person is with that person.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's why you figure out when you don't compatible. Because
So that's why you skip the interview. You hiring them for the job. Listen, you got to interview. That's what to see if you are compatible. You got to talk to them.
No, I love it though. I
Listen.
love the different shit.
Go ahead. What you say, young man?
You gotta communicate with them, right?
You got to interview.
Right.
No, because I like to hear shit and I want to
Look, I want to hear what that orange
What
shirt
you
got
want?
to
Yeah, I
say.
want to. Yeah, on.
Yeah,
on
see, he
shirt.
talking
Yeah.
right. You talking
What's
that
up?
talk to us.
Life is too short, man. First and foremost. All right. The problem is nobody want to get the short end of the stick.
Right.
Somebody going to get the short end of the stick. Now, the lesson of whether the short end of the stick is high or low is entirely up to the person. But there's no such thing as fairness. I asked my boss. He been married 37 years. I said, yo, what's the secret to being married 37 years? He said, unspoken expectations.
Explain.
I said, what you mean? He said, I had to lower my expectations.
That's real.
Hey.
So speaking of which, no, we gonna chime in on that one.
Look,
single women. That's why so many.
I need a man that's going to give me a job, make 7 figures, have a house.
Unrealistic expectations breeds single women.
These are
Go ahead.
expectations.
Go ahead.
These are unspoken expectations.
Go ahead.
As a little girl, you was taught to get a man that's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
True.
But see, what they didn't tell you is that same thing you're getting in, give that shit out.
That's
Yeah.
Ah,
When you're giving it out and not getting it back in, don't be mad at nobody but yourself.
there it is.
right.
I like that. Yeah, you better talk that shit. You better talk that shit.
My brethren.
So what you're saying is that you're an equal opportunity employer, and that means that they need to come in. Listen, no, that's right. Equal opportunity, right? Right, because if this person is giving more than they're taking, or vice versa, somebody coming up short, like you said, you coming through the door is unfair. But there are more single women, okay? And I'm gonna just speak for black women because I ain't never been any other ethnicity, right? So you have a lot of single black women because they have unrealistic, unspoken expectations. We want the nigga to have a long check, big dick, right? Want him to provide, protect,
not cheat,
right? Listen, and all of the money that you work hard for, we want you to give you. They want all of that.
To the last nigga you dealt with. females feel like, oh, I need to do better than the last dude I was with. So when you go to your next dude, you think about the last dude you was with.
But 9 times out of 10, they not better than the last nigga they was with. So they didn't take the
But
opportunity
they do
to work
though.
on
They
themselves.
will do that.
So unrealistic expectations breeds the lack of compatibility.
I done seen Waffle House workers working at dentist office. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because.
So let me ask you this.
That's the route you want.
I got a question. You said he lowered his expectations. So did he lower them because she didn't come to the table equally?
He lowered them because he realized that the expectations that he was asking for himself was unrealistic.
Oh, he was asking for the unrealistic, not the woman. I got
you.
you.
A woman that's going to do all this, all that.
Yeah.
But you ain't doing shit. You
Okay.
want a woman that's going to
So
wash
he
your-
was the person.
You want a woman that's going to wash your drawers, cook you food. But nigga, you ain't never washed the dish or wash your own drawers.
Right.
I'm not asking a woman to do nothing.
Boy, you
for me
better
that I can't
talk.
do for
What a
myself.
tambourine is.
Strong J. Strong J.
Strong J, everybody. Strong J.
We want you
You
back.
better say that. That's real. When it comes to compatibility, those are things that are important to even keep it's like a relationship. It's like arts and crafts. Like if you're gonna glue something, you want it to stay, you gotta use the right bonding agent in order for it to be able to cling to whatever material that you attach it to. One thing that you spoke about is you talking about being equal, right? And two people making an equal investment so that nobody comes up short, because technically nobody has to come up short. But on the dating field, everybody unrealistic, and I know what women think because shit, I'm a woman. And I know the shit that, we have girl codes, certain shit we ain't gonna tell y'all ass. But, you know, it is. But when it comes to compatibility, we have to go back to the root and deal with us. And a lot of times we end up disappointed mainly because of self and not because of the man, or not because of the man is in a relationship with a woman. We ain't taking that time to heal us, so we keep attracting broken people, and we getting our hearts broken, and we mad at the people when we not mad at ourselves. We get income tax returns every year. We done got PUA. We done got PPP. We done got all this fucking money, and ain't nobody putting that shit into counseling and therapy and fixing your broke ass soul.
Yeah.
But what we will do is we'll go get some high-end designer, low-end designer, whatever the fuck you're into. We'll go and clothe ourselves with that. And year in and year out, we can't keep a steady relationship. Why? Because we are so fucking broken. We're so toxic.
They just don't want to be alone.
And we come
So
into
they'll go
another
for anything.
relationship and we fucking good, but we ain't getting
They
nowhere.
just don't want to be alone.
Real fast.
They don't want to be alone. It's just being selfish.
Yeah.
You don't want to be alone. I'm gonna put a little twist on that though. I researched somebody else, and it's coming from like a little different angle. This guy, this Dr. Ted Hudson, he said that he did a research and shown there's no difference in the objective compatibility between couples who are unhappy and those who are happy. He found compatibility wasn't an issue with couples who were happy in their relationships, because those couples made it clear that their only will was to make their bond strong, not how alike they were. That was to thank for their relationship success. Unhappy couples, on the other hand, claim compatibility to be super important to them, but didn't feel they were compatible with one another, aka they didn't get along very well. And he's saying that those couples that were together the longest, saying they know we not alike in a lot of things, but we ain't looking at that. It ain't no perfect relationship. It's never going to be an even feel. So we're going to accept each other's flaws and just work on working through it and making our bond stronger.
A balance.
So compatibility didn't really matter to them. They just knew they love one another through the good and the bad, and we're gonna make this shit work. They had to understand.
Yeah, if you put two people together, they're strong in all of the same areas, that shit is a competition and a disaster waiting to fucking happen, because somebody has to dominate the other one. Somebody gotta win, somebody gotta lose. Yeah, there has to be a balance. So if I balance you out and vice versa.
Everything. I mean, if you're gonna be compatible, that don't mean, oh, I like this, and then you got like this. Oh, I like this. No. it got to be a balance.
Yeah.
The way our option, like,
It works.
You may like this and I may like that. Like you bring me up here, I bring. You know, it just. I don't feel like compatibility is. Or we like the same music, or we like to do the same shit. No, that's not compatible.
Somebody,
compatible.
it's a
It is good to have things in common, but compatibility.
Common is different.
Yeah.
They get the definition
Confused,
That's
right.
the problem. Because it's always what people say, oh, you need to be compatible.
Two people being in tune with one another. You want to be in alignment with one another. You should be gelling. You should be bonding. You know what I'm saying? So when sex is a bonding
That's
agent.
like a girlfriend. You can have a female friend. We ain't gonna like the same shit, but I'm gonna balance her. She'll balance me.
Right.
Yeah.
If I go over the top here, she go over the top.
Yeah.
I bring her here, she bring me down.
Right. Yeah.
If she be ready to snap in 2.5 seconds, I may be ready to snap in 10.5.
Right.
With our
It's a
girlfriends, we
Yeah.
and with our girlfriends,
That's a
we're
balance.
willing to compromise.
Everybody can't be a hothead because we're gonna be fucked up.
Yep.
If we're gonna be friends, both of us gotta be a hothead. I mean, you can have a hothead.
Yeah. You got to. Yeah. Yep. Ain't nobody gonna be able to bond nobody out.
Somebody is a balance.
Well, with that being said, I can't hang with none of y'all then.
Shit, who?
Cause all y'all hot head. I'm the balanced one.
Man, I'm the most balanced one out of it. Man, I'm so balanced it makes no sense.
Everybody can be a
Hold on.
hothead, but it's levels to hothead.
Hold on 1 second. This lady had a question for me. Yes, ma'am. I said I'm the balanced one.
You walk on the balance beam?
Oh, you laughing with
It's the heating.
Everybody can be a hothead, but it's a hothead their own way.
I'm
You
rational.
may go over the top for this. She may go over the top.
I'm very rational.
I mean, you simmer down.
I have simmered down. Yeah.
Make some come back in here.
Down.
All right. We'll see how she
That's
goes.
why.
From 0 to 100.
You know, we talk about, you know, like you doing some shit depends on time and place.
You're a hothead.
You still have simmer down.
Yeah.
For quite some time.
We'll see her type of
Which they could have took it down a few notches.
She hold on, cause she laughing and I don't like that, cause she had moments too, and I've been the balance.
Yeah, but I said hotheads at different angles.
You were about
Like you may go
Yeah, I wasn't the balance.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah, because if I tap, I mean, I do have that.
boxing.
I have that threshold where, you know, completely sane and completely stupid. So,
And I
you know,
was the
but
balance.
that's the balance. And relationships are the same. Friendships, relationships run the same way. I think that when it comes to us women, we can all like compartmentalize, and usually we know our friends. We know the praying friend. So we know this bitch, we don't want her going everywhere with us because we need that whoop ass friend for certain ones. You need a couple of them, right? You need, you need the career woman. So you gotta, we compartmentalize so we know, like, I know which ones to mix, which ones to not mix. When it comes to men, the difference is that we ain't fucking our girlfriends. So with the men, now we talking about totally different dynamics.
Yeah.
Because they take us there, we be trying to go to jail by their ass depending on the circumstances, and then they are unable to talk us off the ledge.
Go to jail about them?
No, when I say about them, I ain't talking about involving nobody else. I'm talking about based on some shit they done did. And you might
about some shit. Oh yeah, with
something that they done did.
I got you.
This ain't involving no third party. Just some shit they done did. They done took you there. Today wasn't that day.
Right.
You know, you like it's up and it's stuck.
Right.
Where we at with it? So that just further complicates the matter. But I like what you said, young man. That was just some good shit.
Okay, we're back, guys. Huh? Sound is going? Yeah. Okay. So now, Tree, you had some points too about this compatibility thing. I know you brought up the chemistry and everything, but I thought you said it was something else.
I mean, I for the most part, I really did just touch on it because I started it with chemistry. But I always, when it comes to, excuse me, y'all. When it comes to compatibility, I always feel like if you want to attract a good mate, right? Mm-hmm. You have to start from the core and deal with self. And the shit is really not that complex. It's just that we make it that complex, and the longer that we prolong that process, we take ourselves up through there, and we end up getting drugged, beat, not all of us, because everybody ain't into that domestic violence shit, but there are women who attract that type of, that type of, those type of relationships based off of how broken they are and what they've experienced is based off the traumatic experiences that they've had. So what'll happen is you'll attract more traumatic experiences. I really firmly believe in that we are in a day and time to where we have a lot of we're in the information age, if nothing else. There's no excuse for you to get drugged. There's no excuse for not having good judgment. There's no excuse for keep going through the same shit year in, year out and being mad at everybody else but self.
That's
right? There's no excuse for you not learning the lessons that are put on your life path for you to learn from. And how do I know? Well, how am I to learn from them? Because shit, you keep going through the same shit over and over again. That means that you ain't learning, so your life is looping. Right? And it's recycling. And you keep going in a damn circle until you figure this shit out so that you can break the cycle and start a new one.
Well, that comes with, like you said, that they're not giving themselves time. They jumping from relationship to relationship.
And from dick to dick.
Yeah, dick to dick, because they don't want to be alone. So that's why they're going to keep going into a loop.
So we're trying to fill voids with dick. We're trying to get the love from the dick. We want the affection from the dick. We want him to pay the bills from the dick. We want the trips from the dick. No, but I'm for real. We want the high-end designer. We want the Louis Vuitton. We want the Bottega Veneta from the dick.
And you think if a man knows this, he should want to get more, he should expect to want to offer himself even more?
You say do what now?
No. Usually he doesn't when he figures it out.
Right.
I mean, some men are naturally tricked, so it don't even matter at the end of the day, okay?
Right, yeah.
So if he a trick and he like to bust down, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that. A man who wants to keep his money to himself and spend his money only on his queen, hey, I respect that too. But everyone will love a trick. Shit, the same way a pimp like a hoe.
They out here.
Shit, hey, baby, ain't nothing to a hoe but a pimp and a trick to a bitch. So, hey, baby,
And they ain't mad at them, shit. If she can make them do it, she'll.
Equal opportunity employment around here.
Right, but niggas do it too. So shit.
That's what I personally feel that we owe ourselves. It's not law, but I think I'm pretty much right. I have the ability to be able to teach and be able to speak life into dead situations and help people to, just
become a life coach.
No, fuck that. I don't need all them titles. That feels like obligation, and then I don't even want to do it. No, I have a natural ability to be able to teach.
Yeah.
I can speak into the lives of others. I can hone in and see where their shortcomings are, and I can say, aha, and I know how to illuminate that.
Get you a show.
I know how to activate
you knock Yall out the ratings.
No, hell no, she too.
Tree, the voice of reason. That's
the voice of reason.
Yeah.
I can see that. So when we are having these conversations, I feel like there's always something that we can learn
take from it.
Yeah,
right.
I like practical shit. If I can't put it into practice, I ain't even interested. Right. It's a book I to read and it's all nonfiction, I ain't interested. Yeah, it might have principles and fuck all of that. If I can't put it in my life and enhance what I got going on, I'm not even interested. Right. It's a waste of my time.
Well, that's the thing we all should do, but we don't. The reality is we don't. But we should take things and put it in perspective to how we want it to affect our lives. Even when it comes to relationship and compatibility, a lot of times, in a perfect world, you should do interviews with your mate and figure out what you likes, what you dislikes.
Before they become your mate.
But in reality, and unfortunately, that's not always the case.
But you know what? This is what I feel like where women go wrong when it comes to that. I feel like soon as we meet a guy we like, he meets our expectations in that moment, we shut down every other nigga. No, you should be dating 2, 3, 4 niggas the same way that nigga fucking 2, 3, 4 hoes.
Absolutely, yes.
Why? Because you need to listen.
No, because that is exactly what we do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hold on.
We do that
because you have to interview. Don't when you going
we
out
shut
for
down.
a job, you not applying for that job alone. It's between you and other candidates.
Listen to what she's saying.
It's between you.
Because what she's saying is, as soon as she zones in on you,
exactly.
Oh, he does this, he does that. Oh, shit. Ow. That what you do. I'm just saying. No.
somebody and like, oh, he look like he got a good job. Let me holler at him. Hell no, it's a physical attraction thing. Let me tell you
It's
something.
chemistry.
Nobody, like I told you before, nobody wants to get destroyed in the stick. Nobody wants to treat themselves how they can treat themselves. Why the fuck am I going to interview you? Pardon me. Spend 3-4 months interviewing you. Get the pussy and it be trash. Are you fucking kidding me? I did all this for this.
Okay.
You want to fuck first.
So you want to call something?
So we know who fucking in the first couple hours of the
Go
relationship.
ahead, let him talk.
I'm not saying that, oh, you care about is the pussy. That shit makes no sense.
So you go to the 2 for 10 or you going to the Waldorf?
I'm not going to do that, but I'm a firm believer that any successful relationship, the sex plays 85% of the relationship.
Now that's true. It does. What's your sign? You a Scorpio?
Oh.
Yeah.
I know you. I know you. All right, so check this out. Right? So you just said something to me, right? To us. You said 85% of that as it relates to a relationship. Now we're talking about chemistry. Because that ain't got shit to do with compatibility. Because see, let me tell you something. Now hold on. You can have somebody whose sex is trash, but they the motherfucking shit.
And you know what? And guess what?
Right? So what you have? Well, no.
I agree with him.
What say what?
I was about to say that. Yes, I do. Yes, you do. You are correct. You are correct.
You know what?
He's correct.
I didn't hear him.
He said, hold on. He said, when you said the sex may not be that good, but he's super duper, what you just said?
I didn't even get to finish.
Yes, you did.
No, I actually didn't. It was no period. It was definitely a comma on the end of that shit.
The part you just said.
I just said the sex could be trash. I said, but they could be the motherfucking shit.
Exactly.
I didn't finish.
He
He ran off with the plug 3 times.
and they'll step out on you. You was gonna say that?
I didn't finish.
So he took your point.
No, because there's different situations when it comes to that, right? Because a man, he might have the tools, he just don't know how to properly use that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't rule it all out.
When you say that, please specify whether you mean a man or a boy.
It don't matter what the fuck. A dick is a dick. That ain't got shit to do with a man or boy. Either that motherfucker busting or it ain't.
You can't teach a man new
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Lies. That's your opinion. That's not a fact.
If a nigga don't know how to eat the pussy by 40, you ain't gonna teach him how to do it by the time he's 40.
Shit. Well, all y'all can be molded.
Now you right on that. I'm not teaching no grown man.
You a grown man. If you 40 and he's 23, 24.
I agree with you.
You're not gonna teach him, but you're gonna show him some things that he's not seeing.
Thank you.
You're not teaching him shit. You're not teaching him how you want. You're gonna show him he gonna use that shit.
Okay, hold on. Hey. We gotta take it down so that we gotta bring the volume down. There's 3 million people talking at one time, and it'll drown out this camera, and we won't get the footage that we need, y'all.
So let me go back to you. I agree with what you're saying. Let me stop back to you. You said what?
You don't have to teach him. You can show him.
Well, we're talking about compatibility.
Nah, you ain't gotta show them that. But my thing is this: he know about eat pussy. He may not fuck that person the right way, but when he get with you, you showing him some different shit that he couldn't get. Wow.
But every woman pussy
is different.
Fendi facts.
Shit, your pussy might be dry, mine wet as hell. He might say
all of our shit do something different.
So this shit good.
Damn sure don't look the same.
Right way because your pussy went wrong.
I done seen Honda Accords, Pintos. I done seen Rolls Royces. I done seen Jeep Cherokees. I done seen Mercedes Benz.
Go ahead, y'all. Hold on 1 minute. Hold on, let's get the chatter down. You said what, young lady?
I said, but at the end of the day, what if you get a nigga that really didn't even eat pussy like that, but he willing to do that shit for you because, you know what I'm saying, it's because you know that you like. So it's not that you teaching a grown-ass man. This man face ain't never been in the next bitch shit. So now he willing to put his shit up in your shit.
You got the guy.
You got the guy that know all the way how you want it and how you like it. And if he's willing to go get it and take it.
Everybody want that same stuff.
And then every woman is different. Everybody
respect that, and I'm willing.
different ways. So that's why he can fuck you this way.
But now my man is willing because he wasn't about that life. Which I can appreciate that his mouth ain't get on everybody's shit.
So you can come this way with this man. You can come that way with that man. They can ask you quick. What's your name?
No. You what? Look, just tell him, put him on standby. Put that got 30 more minutes. So just to wrap this up,
We about
right?
to wrap this up, guys.
Compatibility. So when it comes to this,
Some men be so stuck on the last one of pussy, and they feel like, oh, this ain't how this was. No.
They fuck
Because my thing is, if your dick this side, I make it take you from the back, I make it take you from the side.
There you go.
I make it right, you make it take you from the back. It's a difference. Your pussy, your uterus sit totally different
That's
from each
right.
woman. So, however, your strokes are different. So, what's your favorite position?
Different strokes for
It depends
different
on who you
folks.
are.
There you go.
Because I
That
make
wraps it up right there.
make
You
it
got
different.
heard everything.
Left, right, up,
And it
down,
depends
Girl,
on
to the left,
how you go.
to the side, that action.
But men don't be showing you that they every pussy.
yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. We about to wrap it up. Hello. Hey.
Different curves in your pussies.
With Mimi said.
Thank you guys so much
I love
for this
it.
conversation.
Hey, it was great.
It was
This
great.
I like it.
We appreciate you all. We appreciate your feedback. You got topics for us for future episodes, you email us at blunttalkatl@gmail.com. Listen, this episode, we'll let you know when this episode will be on YouTube. I want you guys to go on there and check us out.
Yeah, go and also subscribe. Yeah.
Subscribe. We're trying
So you
to
can see
get
the
our
new videos
followers.
coming up.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Did you send me off?
Huh?
You didn't send me off.
I'm about to. Damn. So, I have an announcement to make. We're making some changes to Blunt Talk Guns. This is actually Tree, last episode with me on Blunt Talk Guns. We gonna wish her well in her future endeavors. But just know in 2021, y'all.
2022.
Oh shit, fuck! I'm gonna get it right. That show you this shit gonna be on channel. 2022. Blood Talk Guns will be revamped. Y'all keep supporting me. She's gonna have some things up her. We gonna support her as well. I wish her well. I love her.
Yes, I love her
I
very
wish
much.
her well. So
Yes, y'all.
yeah, so you guys follow us still. Blunt Talk Guns on Instagram, GUHLZ. We got merchandise. Purchase some shit. Buy some shit. Cheap ass this Christmas. I ain't put no Black Friday shit on there. I should have though. But I'll get a code on there and get
Cyber
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, Cyber Monday. I'll get something on there by Cyber Monday.
I love it.
For you guys to go on blunttalkguns.com and purchase some
Let's
merchandise.
sell out.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Monday.
Absolutely. So follow us, Allie B 1972.
And I am Tree Evans, TREA Evans.
Yep, follow us at Blunt Talk Guns. We love you guys. You guys have a happy holiday, and I hope to see you guys
Yes.
in 22.
Absolutely. 2022.
Sound one of you here.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
22. We love you guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we was litty tonight.
You're now listening to Blunt Talk with Allie B and Tree, the voice of reason.